Alright guys, what's up? Today we're going to be going over Madara Uchiha 6 Paths. Now, he's a really cool character. First off, you need to know he's a strike back character. It doesn't say it here because we're in 1v1s, but he's a strike back character. Has a multitude of jutsus. For the regular Madara with the Rinnegan, I said this one, Fire Style, Dragon Flame, Loud Singing Jutsu, that's a mouthful, was good. But, I don't know, since it's a 6 paths thing, let's just stick with Black Pull, because it fits his theme, so why not? And we're gonna go beat up Emo Sasuke. Let's do it! He can have whatever, it doesn't matter. So I did a pretty decent amount of practice with this guy. I think his awakening is probably the most fun part about him, very interesting. Unfortunately, I could not find a way for the life of me to combo into his ultimate. And I really tried. I'll do some examples here, because why not, just so you can see what I mean. Sorry, let's make sure Sasuke is blocking when damaged he is. Now, here's his grab. It's decent, because someone other than him comes out, so he doesn't throw himself in danger. The Limbo comes out. It's pretty slow, but has decent range. It doesn't put Madara himself in danger, and it looks cool as hell. And now for his tilt. A lot of people don't know how his tilt works, but the way his tilt works, you can see once you activate it, his orbs are just, I was going to say balls, but haha, joke. His orbs are just sort of floating around here, and basically, once you hit the circle button, he will teleport to the opponent and bop them once. And after that, that's basically a combo starter. You can go into either up combo, down combo, neutral combo, whatever. Now, once you activate it, if you throw a projectile, it goes away. You can see the orbs have reset. See? If you jump, that's fine. They stay normal. Chakra charge, they stay fine. Chakra dash, they're still good to go. But, let's see, even grab. Grab, nope, grab resets them. Shurikens, resets. So that's one thing you gotta keep in mind. Pretty much once you do it, you're just gonna have to go for it. Like, one thing you could do theoretically, because I know, like, if you throw this out there, and they're gonna chakra dash at you, well, they won't chakra dash at you because that's there, and then you could just sneak into like that. Now, if the camera was turned around like the other way, so that I was where Sasuke was, that's definitely something I would want to do. Let's see, let's get rid of it. So basically, what you would do is you would toss that out. Now your opponent isn't gonna chakra dash at you. Now you load that up when they can't even see you. Bam, you teleport right to them. There's his neutral combo, by the way. There's also not very many jump cancel things. Like, it's honestly the same case as regular Madara. It's just you don't really need all this fancy tech to do anything good with him because he's just a solid character. So one of the best things he could do is his down combo, ninja dash cancel, like that, into his air combo. That works. See? And Sasuke is set to block after he's hit, as you can see. So if it wasn't a combo, he would have blocked it, of course. Now, if Sasuke is blocking your attacks, you know, you can just do 3 hits, jump, and do some more stuff so you can put pressure on his shield. So we've seen his down combo. Well, we didn't see it completely. Let's do the whole down combo. There you go. Pretty sick looking stuff. And now his up combo into air combo. There it is. There you go. So now, you know, what you're going to want to do for jump canceling, like I said, it's just pretty much down combo like this. I didn't let that hit rock, so the combo didn't work. There you go. There you go. It might still be blockable, but Sasuke sure as hell isn't blocking it. I know I was doing it kind of slow. You could do it a little faster, but yeah. So now for comboing into his ultimate. His ultimate, as you can see, it's pretty slow and has very bad startup, and it's slow in general once it gets going. So for characters that have bad ultimates like that, you want to try and combo into that from an up combo, because an up combo will launch the opponent into the air. Not the end of it, but for the part where it picks up the opponent off the ground slightly, that's when you want to do it. For example, if you watch the PTS Rock Lee one I did, Rock Lee has a very bad startup as well. But if you pop your opponent into the air with an up combo on the first hit of that, you can go into the ultimate. Like on the first hit where it pops your opponent in the air. So I tried doing that here. Look at that. That was literally as perfect timed as you can do it. Like, as soon as I snuck in that little hit, I canceled into ultimate, which was right before the last hit, and it just does not work, as you saw. I'm actually surprised I got that on my first try, because right there I didn't even let the kick come out because I did it too fast. It doesn't work. So if you can figure out a way to combo to his ultimate, by all means comment below. I would like for people that watch this, as well as everyone else, to just share things. So that's pretty much how base Madara works. That was his tilt. I know some people were confused about it, but basically, once he teleports to your opponent, you can hit them for a full combo. If you want to use it, but you're afraid it's noticeable or slow, you can use that. So your opponent is scared, they won't chakra dash at you, and then just bam, surprise them like that. So that's something good to know. Now, let's go over his awakening. So his awakening is very interesting. There's a lot to go over. So he gets his 4 shadows that just kind of move around and do nothing really, unless if you hit stuff on the D-pad. But before we do that stuff on the D-pad, let's just go over what he can do now. So he still has his limbo grab. It looks a little different, but in a sense, it's exactly the same thing. So his combos. His tilt is now this, which just looks pretty damn awesome. And his combo now turns into this. It's 4 hits. That's the 4th hit right there. Air combo. And that's pretty much it for his combos. So now, the stuff on the D-pad is what controls your shadows. So basically, right on the D-pad will make them all throw projectiles, which would be good, for example, if you're like in the middle of hitting Sasuke, you could do that, get an angle on him, basically hold him down with projectiles. And then left on the D-pad makes everyone charge. Again, it's pretty good for just giving yourself some breathing room, but it does knock Sasuke down if it hits him. So you gotta be careful. Also, as you see, if the shadows are all placed together, then the dashes all come out at once like that. So it's kind of weird. They kind of move around on their own, I believe. Let me see. Do they get manipulated based on my ninja dashes? They might. I'm not sure how they work entirely, but when they're separated, they'll do stuff like that. If they were all right there together, see, they just throw it from there. So you kind of want to be mindful of where your limbo shadows are standing before you do that. Also, the jutsu, they all reset and form like a square around Sasuke. Let me see if I could move them somewhere else. Yeah, that's better. They form a square around Sasuke and trap him. Obviously, your opponent can jump over it, etc. But one thing you can use it for, I guess, is if your opponent's on the ground, like you can do that before they wake up, and then they'll be forced to block on wake up or substitute. For example, one thing you can do, right? Jump cancel that last hit, and then when you land, do it. Or even a tilt, just so that they're on the ground. And then like you do that with perfect timing, and as soon as they get up, they're going to have to block or sub. So, pretty interesting stuff. Now, you hit the up on the D-pad, your limbo comes and pops them up into the air with a Shoryuken-like uppercut. And then you can follow up with an air combo, of course. And for the down one, they just slam Sasuke into the ground. Now, you could combo into it, but the timing is very specific, so you basically, right here, on the 14th hit, you want to hit up on the D-pad. Now, unfortunately, I paused a little late, but basically on the 14th hit, you want to hit up on the D-pad. It's pretty hard to do. And now you can follow up like that. Pretty sick, right? Now, do you need to do that? No, not really. Again, it's just more for style, because you could just do this. And the damage is pretty much about the same, or maybe slightly less, maybe slightly more. But hey, man, if I saw someone do this to me online, I would be like, holy crap, he knows what he's doing. Not the part where I completely drop it. See, that's what happens if you do it on 15 hits. Sasuke will be too high up in the air. And if you do it on 13, Sasuke's still on the ground. If you do it on 15, he's too high up. If you do it, you have to literally get it right on 14. There you go. Isn't that crazy? So you can do other things after that. Like maybe you want to set up a jutsu. Obviously that you can't really do much with that because then they'll just land in it, or they'll land on the ground and the jutsu will go over them. Nothing special there. Oh, messed up. You could try connecting with a tilt after that, but again, why would you do that? Because it's less damage. Something like that. Less damage though, and they could recover after that. So basically, for the most part, what you're just going to want to do, because you probably don't want to lose the match, is just that. It's 3 circle presses, don't press 4. 2, 3. If you press it again, he's going to end the combo. So that's pretty much it. I mean, he's a really cool character. I don't think he has like a lot of tricks and gimmicks to him except in his awakening form. But honestly, that's just how Madara is. I mean, he's just naturally a good character. You don't really need to learn all this complicated stuff. And even if you do, you don't really need it. So with that being said, that's honestly pretty much it for Madara. See, I had no idea what time to cancel it there because Sasuke was blocking, so I didn't get the full hit count. That's about the best that you're going to want to do. So with that being said, guys, that's pretty much it for 6 Paths Madara. When he's in Awakening, be mindful of where his shadows are at all times before you use the D-pad things, because depending on where your shadows are, it will change what they do. When you're in base form, if you want to try using the tilt, but you want to do it sneakily, and you're tired of them chakra dashing at you, just set this out in front of you, tilt, and there you go. They won't even know what hit them. What else? Yeah, we'll just end it with his ultimate, because we didn't get to see it. And there you go. I like this one a lot. It's pretty damn sick. We're in the perfect environment for it. We're fighting the perfect character for it. So it's all good. With that being said, I say it a lot. Oh my lord. Hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial on the Albino Super Saiyan 3 Madara. And leave a like if you did. Subscribe for more. Comment below what the hell you want to see next, and I will try to get to it. There is a lot of characters that I need to go over for people that have commented. I'm strongly avoiding Tamari and Shino and stuff like that because they're no fun, and basics, there's no video tutorials you can really do on them because it's just mash square. But that's it. Thanks for watching. I will see you guys next time. Limbo.